His cut, but he doesn't pull back the counterpunch. Oftentimes he just bends right into him, and that's why he's able to bully him around. Now that was it. That was a perfect counterpunch right there. If he would do that more often, he could change the entire course of the fight. Taking just half a step, enough to make John lose his balance and counterpunch.
Another counter left by Lazcano.
He did it again. He did it again. If he continues to do that, he changed the fight.
Well, that's a sign of a well-schooled, intelligent fighter. If he saw that once, came right back with it. Freddie Roach is his trainer.
Freddie's a good trainer, too.
Yeah, and Freddie said to us yesterday, Molina sweeps his right hand wide. He'll be able to step past it with the left hook.
Yes, Molina doesn't really throw a proper right hand. It's more of a club and hook type right hand. But it gets him in a position to come back with different other punches where he can move you around. Even after landing those two beautiful left hooks, counter punches, when he was winning a round, he still let Molina come back and take over the round at this point on strictly activity.
Molina pulls him into the corner.
His best round, he's losing it again.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's making, it seems to me, he's making Molina get a little bit wild and over-aggressive. Maybe it'll work, or maybe it'll walk into a punch.
I may be wrong, but trying to study what's going on inside of the mind at this stage, I think that Molina is actually intimidating Lazcano a lot. I see a little give in him, so to say. He seemingly has a lot of respect.
Molina's winning the wrestling match, and maybe the boxing match, too.
Okay, Juan. There you go. Deeper.
On the break, baby.
Okay, Juan, look at me. Okay? Don't forget about your body shots, okay? You gotta invest in more body shots out there behind the jab. Go to that left hook the body, then back to the head. All right, son? Now here, you're letting him get off a little first a little bit too much, okay? I want you to start taking the lead to this guy, okay? Don't let him come do this round, okay? I want you to start backing this. You gotta be careful of his left hook. That's all he has. I seem to recall, Emmanuel, that during a previous break, they told him he didn't have a left hook.
Yes. Changed your mind now.
Now they decided it's the only punch he has.
It's all right.
Well, it's the only punch he's throwing.
They told him before he doesn't know how to throw the left hook at all. Now it's all he's got is the left hook. Harold, what do you got?
Okay, Jim. I got a 29-28, 2 rounds to 1 in favor of the aggressive John Molina. Jim, the second round was an absolute wrestling match, which I gave to Lazcano because he laid some decent left hands. But I got to tell you, I'm really annoyed at the way they're letting him get away with holding. Juan Lazcano's holding like crazy. He goes into the ropes, Molina hits him, and look at this. He grabs like bear. This is absolute holding.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Harold. That was Molina who held in that instant.
After a quick left hook counter shot inside by Lazcano.
Well, you tell me who's uncoiled here. They're both holding.
They're both holding. Lazcano would win his fight very easily if he would just merely jab, keep the fight at a certain distance, and take a half a step back and throw a left hook. There it is again. If he would do that continually, he would win the fight very easily with simply his left hand.
Well, he's starting to change the fight with those counter left hooks.
The left hook that he didn't have.
And there's a right hand.
And he's trying to follow the corner's instructions of becoming more of the aggressor, and that's leading into more holding.
Now he's starting to use the jab, something he has not used that much before.
And he's very effective when he does so.
Well, the one thing that all the fighters have a problem with is the jab. The simplest punch, because it comes in such a short distance, and your reflexes don't have much time to handle it. And if he would just concentrate on using the jab, he would be very effective.
So when you're fighting a guy who's 10 years older,
Yes.
If you have a good jab, go jab him to death, right?
Jab, especially with a guy like Molina, because Molina shoots looping shots.
Yep,
And the
exactly.
straight line punch would always get inside first.
Lazcano is starting to find the mark, and he's starting to be able to pot shot Molina from the outside.
That's exactly what he's doing. He's winning this round simply by pot shot.
Step back, step back.
That's the typical right hand of Molina.
Travels a wide route.
Which you can beat him with a jab or either left hook, either one.
Break! 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 Come on now.
Another left hook inside for Lazcano and a big right hand. Leaves Molina holding as the round comes to a close.
You gotta fight him. This is the motherfucker here. You gotta do something. Let's put some water on him. What the hell's going on? He's putting his head on you. Move your hand. Push him if you have to.
Don't wait on him. All right? And when you hit the rope, spin off him. All right, son? All right.
Come on,
Good
it's a beautiful round. That's a beautiful.
Watch Lazcano's left hand. He kicks off the right hand and then follows with his left and then follows with the left. Very effective with the left hand. Later in the round, end of the round, they get into it a little bit.
At this stage of his career, John Molina's best and most effective style is throwing a volume of punches. His defense is not the best. You can hit him with punches, but he'll usually just out-punch you and out-hustle. He doesn't try to win his fights simply by knocking you out. But the thing that Lazcano's got to do is to keep punching him and be able to hold him off when he comes back.
Now in the last round, Lazcano only threw 32 punches, but he landed 21 of them. Pot shot him from the outside.
Yes.
And since most of them were power shots, you can almost be certain he won the round.
Yeah, he should have won the round. John is not that difficult to hit. You can hit him fairly easy, but you have to be prepared for him to come back with those punches right behind him. Unless you're a devastating one-punch puncher.
Lazcano again lands big with the left hook.
Right now, the young guy is making the old guy look old.
And the intimidation factor, which Manuel referred to earlier, is no longer there.
Well, his confidence level is carrying to play now. And all he has to do is sit down and punch with full power. He possibly could even knock out John because he's not going to miss him too much if he punches.
Lazcano's starting to see Molina very well. It's almost as if in the first 3 rounds, he couldn't quite get a bead on Molina's timing, what he was trying to do. Now it's a whole different story. He's like a hitter with a scouting report who's sitting there waiting on the pitch that he knows is going to eventually be coming.
That's the only problem he has with this fight. If he doesn't knock out John is being outpointed simply by John having such a big volume of punches.
Hard right hand inside by Lazcano. Molina continues to press the action. There's a straight right hand from Molina.
One of the few clean punches that he's landed all night. Very seldom does Molina punches land. He physically pushes you around and makes you look bad.
And you can tell it had an effect because Lazcano, who's been told to stay off the ropes, backed into the ropes and stayed there.
That's correct. And this round is going to be a close round again. If he would just stick to that solid left jab and primarily with a hard left hook, this fight would be a very easy fight.
for the premiere of Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel. It's been almost 25 years since Kermit Washington decked Rudy Tomjanovich in a basketball game. Bryant Gumbel talks with Washington about the fun and its aftermath. Also, Bernard Goldberg goes behind the scenes and takes a look at the IMG Sports Academy, an expensive school for kids who hope to become professional athletes. Are their dreams unrealistic? Real Sports. Nothing is out of bounds.
All right? Put the right hand behind it, okay? All right? Judge one. Combination, you got to throw this guy. One punch, you're not going to do it. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Jab, straight right hand, left, come back and left hook hard, okay? You get this guy, okay?
Molina got in a good right hand in that round. That was, one of the seldom really clean punches that he made.
In round 5, Juan Lazcano landed 29 out of 40.